Hello and welcome. You're watching Cruise First TV with Derek and Joe. And in this show, we're cruising with one of your favourite cruise lines, the mighty MSC Cruises, who offer all the glamour and sophistication we like to enjoy on board at a price tag you will not believe. Seriously. Now, coming up over the next 30 minutes, we've got 3 incredible feature deals to show you that will see us explore the best of the Mediterranean and the Caribbean.
Oh, Caribbean, music to my ears. Plus, towards the end of the show, I've got a cracking selection of no-fly quick picks that you can book today for just a low deposit of just £100 each. But first, how do you fancy cruising Santorini, Mykonos and Rome? Yes, I'll have all 3.
Yes,
thank you very much. Well, we've got a 7-night cruise for you now that has weekly departures available from May through to October of both next year and in 2025. Now, we've based our price today on the 6th of June, and we'll start this by flying you out to gorgeous Naples on the Italian coast to board the beautiful MSC Divina.
Fantastic. Do you know what? This is going to be an incredible trip. Lovely time of year to go as well in
Perfect,
June.
yeah.
Can you imagine how lovely the Med's going to be? Just a relaxing, no stress, no fuss itinerary. That's why I love the Mediterranean. And you are cruising with an Italian vessel. So there's no better ship or cruise line to cruise the Med with than the MSC. And just look how gorgeous this ship is. The Divina is a classic and beautiful vessel from MSC Cruises. I love the fact you get an international flair and an international crowd on board as well. You have guests joining from Italy, France, Spain, Germany, the USA, like all around the world. So it does also give you an ample opportunity to socialise with people from all corners of the globe as well.
Yeah, it does. Actually, it gives a really, really nice vibe and energy to the ship as well.
Yeah, it does. And let's talk about food, because that's one big reason why we like to cruise, right? They love to do, well, of course, Italian fare. It's going to naturally be superb, seeing that it is an Italian vessel and it's one of their focuses. But if you love a good steak, well, we enjoyed eating in a steakhouse on board, didn't we, when we were on MSC?
Butcher's cut, it's there.
Butcher's cut. And even if you're veggie like me, there's loads of lovely, I mean, you've got your mac and cheese, you've got your what's it called, cornbread, all your lovely sides, all of that goodness as well. There's loads of fun as well to be had on board, from water slides through to the entertainment district with simulators for a nominal fee. So check it out. Cruising out of Naples, our first port is the gateway to Rome for over 1,000 years, Civitavecchia, where you can hop on a train or a tour and see some iconic sites from over 2,000 years of history, including the Trevi Fountain, of course, and the Colosseum. It's a must. Then we're on to Mykonos. Mykonos is really interesting, actually, in its own right, but do take a tour to Delos Island if you can, with its classical mythology. They say it's the birthplace of the god Apollo. Very cool. Then we're on to Izmir, Turkey. Now, this is the gateway to visit ancient Ephesus, which is incredible, which was thousands of years ago a highly prosperous and cultured trade centre. Today it's full of cats and lots of history as well. The Temple of Artemis. Santorini's up next. Built on an ancient caldera volcano. You have the most beautiful whitewashed walls. There's a cable car as well you can ride from the port up to the old town of Tira, which is very charming indeed. Then Naples awaits. Back into Naples, and this time we're disembarking and heading home after a great little roundup of the Med. You've got some real hot spots there. You know, this is a great first-time cruise. It's a great first-time experience for MSC. It is going to be a wonderful one for history buffs as well, because you've got lots of history and culture on your itinerary. Or let's face it, just relaxing. You know, enjoying the beaches and taking strolls around the town.
Yeah, absolutely. Advanced planning on this one is brilliant as well, because May to October next year and in 2025. So you can get some really nice plans in place right now for pretty much whenever you want to go. Obviously, we're going to give you a price based on the 6th of June, but you can go anytime May to October next year and in 2025, which is really, really good. Now, the deal that we've got for you right now has a bit of a special on the premium extra drinks package as well. We're going to do that at, I think it's below half price actually, £29 per person per day on this cruise to get the premium extra drinks package, which absolutely, cheers to that, is to be enjoyed responsibly one at a time, of course. But it's great because it means every time you go to a bar, you just literally tap your card on the doodah and that's it, done. It's not on your bill, which is fabulous. So how about a deal and a half with the flights to and from and the 7-night cruise? Ta-da! There it is. Ha, we got there. $999 per person, which is absolutely brilliant. Under £1,000. Do you know what? If this is your first cruise, you'll do it on a wonderful ship with a fabulous cruise line. I mean, MSC and their service, it's so much fun. As Joe mentioned, there's people there from different nationalities and different countries as well, which is lovely. So it's a lovely vibe on board. So many pools, so many activities, so many things included in the price, and lovely things to treat yourself to on board as well. And $999, do not forget to add the drinks package to this as well. Premium extra drinks for just £29 per person per day. Unheard of, let me tell you. Take advantage. And with this, of course, because the cruise starts and finishes in Naples, you could add a stay there if you wanted to as well. You can also start the cruise in Rome if you wanted to. So the reason that would be great is if you wanted to fly out to Rome and have a couple of nights there before you join the cruise in Rome, you can absolutely do that. Just talk to the team. You know, we are magicians and we can make anything happen. Here's the details though for this. Remember, this is the price based on the 6th of June, but there are other dates for the package all the way through May to October next year and in 2025 as well. Good solo price for that one as well, don't you think? It's an amazing little holiday. If you've never taken a cruise holiday before, then this will be an excellent opportunity for you to just have the time of your life. Honestly, MSC will look after you in true style, and cruising around the Med with drinks at just £29 per person per day is absolutely amazing. Take advantage of that opportunity. And again, if you want to tinker with the deal, just talk to the team. We can always make it happen. Listen, if you're just happening across us here at Cruise1st TV, first of all, welcome. We're on air 7 days a week from early in the morning to late in the evening. And here's why so many people book their cruise with us.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Fabulous. It's easy, it's breezy.
It is.
And our team are like your own personal travel concierges, best in the business, and they make it a pleasure to book your dream trip.
Yeah.
Not a stress.
And if you want to go away literally in the next few weeks, MSC will have the deal for you.
Yes.
Let me tell you, just go straight to our website right now at cruise1st.tv and go and click on the last minute deals there, and you will find, if you literally want to go 2 or 3 weeks time, it will absolutely be there. In fact, I've got a quick pick on this show which goes not too far away at all. Right, now we've been to the Med, we've had a great deal there. Where shall we go next? Where's the most
Why do people
sun?
like cruising that's really famous?
Yeah, if you asked 1,000 people what their top cruising place would be or
Greenland?
dream.
No.
Well, yeah, Greenland's nice, great to explore, but we're looking for sun at the moment, aren't we?
Right.
Do you think it might be the Caribbean? I think it might be.
Yeah.
Should we go to the Caribbean then? Should we do it? Yes, let's do it. Let's do it all inclusive as well with the drinks. Cheers to that. Thank you very much. One at a time responsibly. We're calling this one Caribbean Sunsets from Miami. Brilliant. I'll have it. 16 nights, and the package is also on this one available on various dates from January coming right the way through 2024 and all the way through to April in 2025. So you've got your pick of choice. Now we're basing our price on the 3rd of May because we all know that we need a holiday as soon as possible. And we're going to fly you first out to the Sunshine State of Florida. And we've got a night in a hotel in Miami.
Awesome. Become acclimatized and enjoy your relaxing stay in Miami, whether it be, doing some active adventure outside, as you're just seeing there, loads of golf courses and all kinds of places to walk and run, or maybe you're just going to be heading to South Beach and going to Little Havana, living it up like the locals with a little caipirinha or a mojito in hand. I tell you what, Miami's got so much to offer, and it also has an incredible UNESCO protected Art Deco district.
Lovely.
So we're heading on to one of the newest additions to MSC's fleet, the beautiful Seascape for 14 nights. You have got the premium extra drinks package included. So not only does this include your regular beverages such as your wine and beer and cocktails, both blended and on the rocks, whatever you fancy, but you're also talking about those premium coffees, your water, your sodas, pretty much everything you desire whilst you're on board. It is brilliant. We did this when we recently cruised on MSC, didn't we? And it was just so worthwhile.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Do you know what? It just makes everything so easy because you don't have to think about it. You can just go and you can just enjoy it wherever you want to across the ship. Bridge of Sighs.
Isn't that cool?
You've got to have a go.
Love
on
that,
haven't you?
And I love how the ship actually flows. It's actually designed after New York City, so you've got different areas on board the ship like Tribeca, Times Square, Skyline Restaurant, all in the vibe and theme in ode to this incredible city, New York. But of course, with that Italian flair that we all know and love from MSC as well. Really fresh, modern spaces. When you go up on deck, there's lots of outdoor space as well. Whether you're wanting to have a casual meal in the buffet, and they have everything you could imagine, from pizza to sushi up there, by the way, or you want to go big on a nice night out in Ola Tacos or maybe teppanyaki or Butcher's Cart for an additional fee, it's on offer for you. And it's a minimal amount versus what you'd pay back home for a nice restaurant.
Oh, for sure. And notice as well that when we're inside the restaurants, it's like we're kind of outside as well.
Yeah.
You can dine al fresco in a lot of these places, of course. This class from MSC is about sunshine cruises, so it's about connecting the outside with the inside because you're around the Caribbean, so you don't want to feel like you're kind of closed in. You want that connection with the blue sky and the sunshine when you're on board.
Yes. Champagne and wine bar. You have the Venti chocolate shop, which they have on Bond Street and they have in Manhattan. It's super fancy and delicious. And there's your signature bar and Liberty Plaza, which is spectacular. Let's not forget the Robotron, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
This is incredible. It's the first robotic arm thrill ride at sea. You can actually customize it for your group as well.
Lovely.
So we're cruising out of Miami and we're going straight into Jamaica, at Ocho Rios to be specific, known as, 8 Rivers is what it translates to. You've got the famed Dunn's River Falls, which is definitely worth a visit. You can do some river tubing. That's actually a really relaxing way to spend your day. Or maybe you're going to swim with dolphins. I love, you guys would love that.
Looks good.
Team Cruise1st. Then we're on to Georgetown, Grand Cayman, famous for its stingray city. Now I've done this and I have to say, the stingrays are super cute and friendly, honestly. You can also go to Hell. Just take my word for it, it's worth a visit, or 7 Mile. Then Cozumel beckons us next. Now, this incredible island off the coast of Mexico has a ton to offer, from ruins through to paradisical beaches and crystalline waters. Great shopping right there at the port as well. Spent many a good time in Cozumel. Then it's Nassau, capital of the Bahamas, famous for Atlantis, where you can swim with sharks or dolphins. Not at the same time. I don't know if they get on. Or you can scuba dive or snorkel or just spend the day at the beach. The straw market there is great for negotiating as well. Now, guess what? It's a back-to-back cruise. We love those. Miami, an extra day here in Miami, perhaps to head to the Everglades and do an airboat safari and spot the alligators, or out to Sawgrass Mills Mall, one of the best outlet malls in the world.
Or back on the beach.
Brilliant. Or back on the beach. Then we're into Puerto Plata. This is kind of a private cove area. It's lovely. You've got great beach there, but in the Dominican, they have, lots of gorgeous nature. It might be worth taking a little safari or speaking to your shore excursions team about that. Then it's San Juan, Puerto Rico, which has the only natural rainforest in the USA, because this is part of the US, of course. There's an amazing zip line there, and there's a lovely fortress right up on the hill, which gives you incredible views over Old Town. Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas, one of my true favourites, this. The American Virgin Islands, you've got the best of the US meets luxury Caribbean in the south of France all in one. It's an incredible port, honestly. A couple of days at sea sees us back into Miami, and let's not forget, and we include the flight home. So you'll head back home, end-to-end flights included. You'll stay in Miami, that brilliant back-to-back cruise. So you have 17 nights all told for one price point, and I think you're going to love it.
And listen, what's better than 1 week in the Caribbean? 2 weeks in the Caribbean. That's what we love. 2 weeks, all-inclusive, cruising around the Caribbean and different parts of the Caribbean as well. Even if you've been there before, there'll be ports there that you won't have done before, which will be pretty incredible. And you know what? It really does give you time to really relax into the cruise. You know, actually, there are lots of activities and things to be doing on the cruise, but you don't have to do those things if you don't want to. You can be as horizontal as you like. And that's what I love about a cruise like this, because it is a true getaway. In fact, a lot of people like to do this kind of cruise, you know, when they get away for their big 2-week holiday, because it is just a complete escape, isn't it? You can be off the grid. Yes, there's Wi-Fi on board if you want to, you know, sign up for it and all the rest of it. But conversely, you can be away from all of that as well. You can just forget the rest of the world. All your troubles just melt away in the Caribbean. Sounds good though, doesn't it? And remember, the drinks are included here as well. So, premium extra drinks, and that is brilliant. Really, really good. So you get a good, comprehensive drinks package included. In fact, I have to say, hats off to our team, the lovely Lisa that puts all of our deals together for MSC and twists their arm in the most charming way, because look at the price tag we've got for this. It is ridiculous. I mean, when you expect the price of everything, including your holidays and travel, well, listen, you try and book a hotel midweek in the nearest biggest city to you, even the budget chain hotels, and you look at the prices that come up per night and you're like, how much? What? Yeah, but I'm only going there. It'll be cold there and wet there and raining there. And that's just the room. Not even the greatest room either, but that's another matter. These cabins on board these ships are incredible. 2199. And remember, that's with your drinks and your flights all sorted. That's incredible. Should we have a look at upgrades? Because that's such a good price. Let's have a look at upgrades. Now look at that. Bear in mind, this is 14 nights cruising. So this is where you, pardon the pun, but you do push the boat out just that little bit further, don't you? You've got other dates on the package as well, remember, from January, and I mean the January we're about to bump into, right the way through to April in 2025. Now, you've got your price on screen there for the 3rd of May. If you want the dates for the other prices, no, the prices for the other dates, right way round, Derek, then speak to the team on 0800 953 4700. Remember, on that, you've got a one-night stay in Miami already in, but if you want that to be 2, 3, 4, 54, talk to the team. In fact, especially if you want 54 nights, really talk to the team right now. We would love you lots on 0800 953. So we're cruising with MSC in this show, which we love. We've cruised MSC as a whole team, the people that you do see and the people that you don't see. And we just had a brilliant time. Of course, we did our very own cruise with us, didn't we? Last year on MSC Meraviglia, and we loved it. We had a great time. We had a lot of people on the cruise with us who'd never sailed MSC before, and also a lot of people who hadn't cruised before as well, and they all had the time of their life, and it was brilliant, and that was nothing to do with me.
Of course not. I've heard the stories. I think it might have been to do with you slightly. But do you know what? That's the great thing about MSC. If you are a first-time cruiser, you'll love it, obviously. But if you've cruised a dozen times, 100 times, you'll definitely find something unique and a viewpoint maybe you haven't experienced before from another vessel on board MSC. So let's go on another adventure. And this time we are heading to the Italian Mediterranean and Sicily from Barcelona for 7 nights. Beautiful. And again, we have various dates available on this particular cruise. We love this with MSC because you can pretty much go weekly between this January and October in 2025.
What?
So
that's nearly 2 years worth of dates that you can choose from.
Well,
how cool is that?
I'm thinking if you love the ship, you might just be going back
or that's the great thing. I mean, actually, our deal here is for the 12th of January. But if you go on that deal and you absolutely love it, you've got so many more times where you can do it again. You lucky people.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's what I'm thinking. A home from home, maybe. Well, it all starts with a short hop of a flight over to the Catalonian capital of Barcelona, where the incredible MSC World Europa will be waiting in port.
Wow.
And I bet you're going to spot her from a mile away,
Oh, yeah.
pulling up on the cab. In the cab, you're going to be seeing
Gorgeous.
that incredible brand new flagship of a brand new class. This is the world class from MSC, the very first of its kind. It's an extraordinary new concept. You know, right down to the actual design of the hull of the vessel. You have something that's never been seen before at sea. It's so exciting. You've got all your favourite restaurants. If you're familiar with MSC, you've got Ola Tacos and the Butcher's Cut. They've also added some new fabulous additions for you as well. So watch
Like
out
Bubbles.
for them. Bubbles, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You also have the Chef's Garden Kitchen as well, which is a Raising You restaurant. You know, the first at sea hydroponic garden. So, I mean, that's going to be exciting for a dining experience.
That's where you just grow things in water.
That's right,
Isn't
yeah.
it? Which I do at home as well with my Monstera. They just
Love
grow
that.
in water. Anyway,
Well,
back to the ship.
Back to the ship, exactly. But isn't it nice to experience these new things?
Yeah.
And, you know, talking of new, they've got the gin project as well, where you can taste some delicious gin and also be part of the experience of making it. First microbrewery on the MSC fleet, the Masters at Sea. So all of these additions, if you know, like to explore things like that, they have the traditional things like cocktail mixing and wine tasting as well. And of course, you can sign up for classes, everything from digital classes to learn how to explore your iPad or laptop through to dance classes when you're on board a ship. These are all things that are, you know, fun to explore whilst you're enjoying your cruise. And there's a phone box, absolutely. Is there a secret entrance? Ooh.
Oh, where does that lead? You'll have to let us know.
I love that.
We haven't been told, so you'll have to let us know, won't you? Wonderful.
That is fantastic, isn't it? I love that idea.
Look at the spa, for heaven's sake.
Oh, my
Joe,
gosh.
we'll never see you.
You'd never
on
see
this
me.
cruise. You'll be there the whole time.
I'd be in that thermal suite. I'd be in that sauna, sweating it out. That's the good thing to do. Yes. And then you have, of course, you've got loads of treatments, and the treatments will be just galore on board. But let's talk about fun and entertainment. There's the Venom Drop. The spiral. I know, this
Would
goes
you?
from one deck all the way down. Absolutely. I do love a thrill seek. I'm just going to try and protect my head this time.
Okay.
I've had some accidents before on roller coasters. Botanic Garden as well on board. How gorgeous is that? So you imagine yourself sitting outside, cocktail in hand, in, you know, Botanic Garden, watching the Med float by beside you. And the great thing about cruising the Med is you get a lot of scenic cruising too.
Yes.
Because you're quite close to land. You're sort of landlocked at different points too on either side.
Well,
So it's great.
You've got so much going on the ship. You'll hardly realise that it's moving and going anywhere.
That's
To
so
be honest,
true.
you'll almost forget about the ports. There's
Yeah.
so much to do. Talking of ports, though, let's have a little look, shall we? Because we're going out of Barcelona on this one. Down to France first.
Yes, we are. To the largest port in the Mediterranean, Marseille. It's the second largest city, and it's really a melting pot of people and cultures too. You know, lots of gorgeous things to see in the old town, but also there's the new sort of shopping malls that you can explore too. Grab some soap from there. They're famous for it. Genoa's up next. For so much to see and do in this part of Italy. You've got Cinque Terre, you've got Santa Margherita. You also are not far from Milan. You can reach and Portofino. You can reach all these places by train or shore excursion. Civitavecchia, this is your gateway to Rome. It served as Rome's seaport since the 13th century. And what I love about this is it's a great little town in its own right. Even if you just want to stroll in and get a coffee and not head into Rome, you can do that too. Then it's Palermo, Sicily, for the Capuchin catacombs. If you want to see some really kind of slightly gruesome history, it's very interesting to learn. You can do a tour about that. Yeah. And they have the best of Erice and the ruins of Segesta. That's a good tour. Valletta's up next, which is, of course, Malta. It's incredible.
So cute.
Yeah, it's a rock, of course. And you have the Blue Grotto to visit, or you might want to head to the beautiful cathedral. Then a day at sea sees us back into Barcelona, where we'll disembark, and you'll fly home.
Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Absolutely fantastic. I like the list of ports there as well. Bit of France, bit of Italy, bit of Sicily, cute little Malta, a nice little sea day before you go into Barcelona. So it's really nicely paced, this itinerary. You're going to really, really like it. Honestly, I feel like I need to check and double check, Mr. P, that the price on this is actually right. 12th of January, Quick, get Lisa to the gallery to make sure it's right. Okay, are you ready? Well, I'm hoping it's right because I'm about to release it to national TV. Ready?
Oh, Derek.
If you can make the 12th of January work for you, we can make this price work for you. And you might have noticed on World Europa, it's slightly larger than the average ship, so we can get a lot of you in for that price tag. So I would be quick as you can, because there are also people in France, in Spain, in Italy, who are booking this very cruise now as well. So I wouldn't rest on your laurels. And not only 629 if you decide to go on the 12th of January, but if you want the premium extra drinks package, of course you do. Of course you do. Because it's less than half price on this offer for just £29 per person per day. I mean, you just would. I mean, for instance, we just saw a gin bar, didn't we, on World Europa? If you go for a gin cocktail in the average wine bar in town, that's 15 quid straight away, right? I rest my case, Your Honour. There are other dates, of course, on this whole holiday package. January next year, which is only weeks away, right the way through to October in 2025. Now, obviously, price varies by date. So if you want the prices for other dates, then talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. And with the price being this good, at the moment, this package flies you to Barcelona, you get the cruise, you end in Barcelona, you come home. You want a couple of nights in Barcelona in a hotel? Of course you do. Book them with us when you book your cruise. Just talk to the team and we'll add it to your offer and protect the whole thing as one with our APTA bonding and atoll protection. You're welcome. Here's the upgrade prices. How good is this? Oh, hello. Hello. Right, hang on a second. Can somebody add up for me? 629 and 179. 120, 630, that is 678. Balcony we're going, Mr. P. 629 plus 179. 808. 808 balcony. If I can spit it out. Get on it, like a car bonnet, as they say. That is ridiculous. 808 balcony on that one. Fabulous. Right, 0800 953 4700. Do not miss. Right, before we finish, we've got even more. I did tell you we had some quick picks, and some of them are coming up very, very soon with low deposits as well. So let's have a look at those. Here are your quick picks. First one then, MSC 360 is no-fly Canaries in Portugal, to and from Southampton, over 12 nights on the 22nd of April on Virtuosa that we love. Look at that price, £1,029. Remember, all your MSC cruises have your gratuities already wrapped up in your price, which is brilliant. MSC 374 next, which is again Virtuosa in the summer, end of August 31st up to the fjords for 7 nights. Wonderful first cruise and a wonderful price tag to go with it as well. $599 per person. Ridiculous. And then MSC 362, which is no fly down to the Canaries, Med and Northern Europe. So it's a 21-night cruise, this one. It's going here, there and everywhere. 5th of January from $899 per person. Jump on all of those right now on our website, Cruise1st.tv. By the way, if you want our latest brochure, by the way, delivered to your door with more hot offers, make sure you talk to the team and sign up right now, because there are some, even more than we can talk about in a show, page after page of absolute joy. Anyway, that's it. I think we've run out of time, Jo, have we?
We have. So, I got excited then because I wanted to tell you that you've got to book those deals before they sell out, because you saw the prices, right? So get booking and we will see you very, very soon.
See you later.